He required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. More than 50% of Americans do not trust their government. The same goes for Canadians as well. In other countries, the percentages are even higher as to those who do not trust their governments. Do you trust your government? What about the major corporations and the corporate takeover? Even more so, what about the WEF? Or WHO? WHO. Do you trust them? Well, you probably shouldn't, but I'm going to take you on a journey today into a realm of truth. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are new to my channel. My name is Joseph Tittel, aka Spiritman J.T. Always here to bring you love, light, truth, predictions, and prophecy. If you are new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Click the bell followed by all and check your cellular devices to ensure that you get notifications. Give a click on the video to show the algorithms that you are liking this channel so that the notifications do show up on your feed. I thank all of you who are my supporters, those who support me through clicking the thanks button down below, my monthly supporters who join the community, and of course, those of you that are a part of the tribe simply by hitting subscribe, and those at the Awaken Your Spirit community on Subscribestar. All the links are down below. So let me venture you into this world of truth that you must be aware of and must know what to do to prepare, if there's anything that we can do to prepare. I have amazing information and truth to reveal to you today through videos, some documents, and that's put out right in front of us. As I've told you all before, those who've been following me long enough, they have to put everything they plan to do right in front of our faces. And sadly, most of the time, we just allow it to happen. Continue to allow it to happen. Are we going to continue to allow what their coming plan is? Because if you think you're tracked now just from your phone, wait until the intention of what I show you here today. This all leads into the prophecy in the book of Revelation to the mark of the beast. I don't know about you, my friends, but I can tell you from my perspective that I am not getting no mark of their beast. And I am a part of the resistance and want you to be a part of that resistance as well. For we must come together in pure love. We must join together in community. And we must take back our power in this world and in this lifetime so that our children and our grandchildren have so much more to look forward to. Because as of now, they don't have much to look forward to at all. And the only ones we can blame are those of us that are here that allowed it to happen and continue to allow it to happen. Are you going to allow this to happen?
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN.
Now, if you recall, not that long ago, maybe a year or two, when anybody like myself mentioned a new world order, or the NWO, we were called conspiracy theorists, and sometimes banned. But is it a conspiracy anymore? We should all be able to agree that that video of old man President Bush was at least 2 decades ago, and he spoke very loudly and very proudly about a new world order. But not even a year or two ago, when we mentioned those words or those letters, that abbreviation, we're called a conspiracy theorist. And even now, with the WEF putting it in our faces exactly what they want. They want a world government. They want a world currency, and they want you to be tracked. You'll probably notice by now that there's likely a little blue tag down below my video. At this point, the blue tag may say something like this, as you see on my screen: the New World Order. A Wikipedia clip, of course, that YouTube places in videos when their algorithms catch you saying something that they don't want you to. The New World Order is a conspiracy theory which hypothesizes a secretly emerging totalitarian world government. We gotta laugh at that, right? Because that's exactly what they want.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but we are working on it. Oh yeah, I bet you are working on it because you already have the Chinese Communist government implementing the social credit score system. The same social credit score system that Biden is all about pushing on Americans. And of course, we know Trudeau in Canada. Folks in Canada, he already took your rights to have a gun. And they're going to come and start collecting your guns soon. You should be running or defending yourself. And if you don't think that's going to come in the United States, hold on tight, my friends, because they will cause a civil war if they have to. But there's good news at the end, because I know that we're going to win, and the light's going to win at the end of it all.
An intense debate is underway over the benefits and drawbacks of human microchips. They're already used to identify ranch animals and pets. But the practice of implanting chips in people is also on the rise. Those who embrace the idea say they see it as a way to take back control of their personal data. But others are worried about how that data could be used.
Is Klaus Schwab and his little WEF piglets people who we can actually trust, even though they are not elected officials and hold no official political positions? But we're therefore supposed to trust them and their agenda of goals that they have in place that they plan on reaching by the year 2030. Remember once again, my beautiful friends, that the WEF does not consist of elected officials, but rather exists of the top world elite corporations and billionaires. That's right. And the WEF is funded by the biggest corporations in the world and, of course, the billionaire elite. I value your opinions on the information that I present here today, and I don't know about you personally. I do know that I do not want a government or corporation making my decisions and telling me what I can or cannot do. And I certainly don't want them to control my money, my business, or even my personal relationships. I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but did you know that the World Economic Forum now houses psychics and prophets and put out predictions just like me and my channel? And their 8 predictions for the world 2030 are creepy, my friends, very creepy. You will own nothing and you'll be happy. Yeah, okay. Whatever you want, you'll rent instead. It'll be delivered by a creepy drone. The US won't be the world's leading superpower, but instead, a handful of countries will dominate. You won't die waiting for an organ donor, but a creepy machine will print one out for you. Hey, if it works, it works. You will eat much less meat. None if they can help it. An occasional treat, if you're lucky and reward it with it, because it's good for the environment and your health. 1 billion people being displaced by climate change will have to do a better job at things, and polluters will have to pay to emit carbon dioxide. That includes you as a human being a polluter. There will be a global price on carbon. Again, to you as a human when you eat things and everything you do. Preparing to go to Mars? They're already there. We should know that by now. A journey to find alien life? Aren't aliens behind this whole mess? Western values to the breaking point? They destroyed Western values. Checks and balances for our democracies to not have been forgotten. According to the WEF, and hypothetically speaking, of course, they want to induce a credit scoring system that is much like being on a baseball team, ranking one player against the other player and cheering on the player they choose to be the best, while the rest of us sit on the sidelines and don't get to play their evil game. This scoring system, called the social credit system, will score humans based on their daily activities and just about every single action that you take in your daily lives. To put this in simple terms, my friends, you will be judged and even ranked as to whether you are a good citizen, a bad citizen, or even a risk to their agenda by being a part of some type of resistance. In turn, the government will reward those who do what the government wants them to do while penalizing and maybe even imprisoning those who do the opposite. Also keep in mind, my beautiful friends, that it would not be your local government according to their plan. Instead, it would be
a new world order.
Keep in mind that China already has in place the world's most restrictive social credit system, and Chinese citizens are ranked on practically every single thing that they do. Everything from how long you sit at a computer and play games, as to how well you drive or do not drive. Of course, this includes tracking absolutely every single purchase that you make, including luxury items in China, and therefore, whether or not you have the ability to purchase future luxury items in China. In China, as a part of this social credit system, if you are caught jaywalking, it will not only place points against the social credit score, but you will also find yourself with a fine or ticket in the mail. Remember, the social credit system is also connected to their facial recognition system that is in place already and allows China to record each and every action that their citizens take, including that of jaywalking. Like that of a credit score, when your social credit score drops to a specific lower level, you will no longer be able to utilize public transportation. You will no longer be able to travel, and in some cases, you won't even be able to shop in most stores, including grocery stores. If your score is too low, your children will even be affected by no longer being able to attend good schools. And it is said if your score hits a specific low level, they will come and even take away your pets, your dog, your cat. Klaus Schwab gave the Chinese communist leader a great introduction, praising the communist leader for his accomplishments of enslaving his citizens at the World Economic Forum. So if you don't think that this is something that they want in your country, be aware, my friends, because it's already planned to be implemented in Italy later this year. And even the Australian city of Darwin is considering implementing a social credit score. The overall plan is to implement a digital ID, or as we call it, or as I call it, the mark of the beast, as said in the book of Revelation. So in that case, they will easily be able to track each and every move that you make, everything you purchase, who you talk to, and even what you talk about. So let us together dig even deeper into this realm and into the future mark of the beast. Everything that you do in your daily life right now, the freedoms that you still have, especially those in America and Canadians as well, the freedoms that you believe you have, are being stripped one by one by one. And soon they plan to strip your ability to travel, to eat at certain restaurants, to even go grocery shopping and provide for your family with their carbon footprint tracking system.
How many of you here would have a microchip implanted in your hand, for instance, if it allowed you to do things like pay for your groceries or log onto your computer just by waving your hand? Anyone? Very soon, you may have the chance. My bigger concern is that this could be done ultimately against people's will at some point in time. Look, we live in a very fragile society.
The Swedes in Sweden are going mad over the mark of the beast beginning in 2021 when they began throwing chipping parties. That's right, my friends. Chipping parties. Invite all your friends over and have them get the mark of the beast.
People in Sweden are lining up to get these microchips that the country's main chipping company says that it can't even keep up with the number of requests.
Really?
What in
no way I would do that.
What in the Illuminati, mark of the beast, witchcraft is going on over there in Sweden?
It means they may never have to carry a house key, train ticket, or bank card ever again. This is a microchipping party. Hannah's getting an electronic chip implanted into her hand. She believes one day we'll all be chipped like her.
So you're officially part machine. How does it feel?
This is awesome. How cool is that? Good job.
Do you think in a few years' time, in a decade perhaps, we'll all have things like this?
Yes, of course.
Predictive programming, MK Ultra, a program by the United States Central Intelligence Agency, going back to the 1970s when they were predictively programming people as they are in our cartoons for your children. That's right, my friends. They already started early on your kids. Netflix released a cartoon animation series called The Smart Mark. Look into it. You have to check it out because it's exactly what they are planning with the Mark of the Beast out of the Book of Revelation.
First, we take a gloomy, dissatisfied woman. We locate her brain. We insert a few nanochips. Finally, we enhance her to fit the ideal specifications. Welcome to the future.
This is why it's so important that we move our children away from the television sets. Even cartoons are programming things, as we know with even Disney cartoons, with their sexual innuendos placed within their graphics. Again, look this up and do your own research, but it is a fact. You need to pull your kids from the television and monitor what they're doing on the internet, because anything put out by the mass media, the government, I would not trust, because again, of predictive programming, something that they said they gave up decades ago, but we know that that's not true. At least we can easily assume that that's not true. Our government doesn't tell the truth about anything. So if they were predictively programming your children, do you think they would let you know? No, the world would go into an uproar. The country would go into an uproar. But it's happening, my friends. Pay very close attention to the things on television. The symbolism and the symbolic Illuminati symbols all throughout television, media, TV series, and so much more.
Steve, this is happening here. I don't want to get biblical, but you know, I've heard about this Mark of the Beast business my whole life. I think it's true. I think biblical prophecy. The more I'm hearing about this, everything we do. So we can talk about this, but this isn't coming.
It's already here.
A biohacker, someone who wants to improve their body with technology.
What's wrong with just having contactless payment cards? We've all got phones. We've all got a set of keys. What's the point?
The point is to reduce the hassle of exactly these things.
Isn't that just the ultimate laziness?
No, it's convenience. And convenience is a pretty powerful force. I mean, in the morning, every morning, when you stand there, going out your front door, you check your pockets. Okay, do I have my wallet, my charger, my keys, my phone, all my stuff? What if you could reduce that by half? It would declutter your life.
Oh, yeah? Hannah's...
So it's convenient, they say, hey? Or is it like the reporter said, laziness? I'd like to call it the Mark of the Beast. Just a way of making you think that it's something good that's going to help your life, but in turn is tracking you. And in the future, they could probably push a button and eliminate you if they wanted to.
We will be looking at what contact tracing looks like in the New World Order. Yes, in the New World Order. Yes, in the New World Order. Yes.
When we were all on the 2020 global lockdown, some of you may recall this story that went semi-viral, alleging that Mr. G filed for patent number 666. Everybody was calling it the Mark of the Beast patent and the number of the Beast patent. You see the patent number over here on the right, W02020. 060606. That is why, of course, they're calling it the 666 Mark of the Beast patent. What I found interesting about this is when you add all those numbers together in numerology, it adds up to a 29, which breaks down to an 11. And in numerology, those are numbers and dates that are used very often by the alleged Illuminati. The cryptocurrency system using body activity data, that's where it becomes a little creepy. Body activity data may be generated based on the sense body activity of the user. The cryptocurrency system, communicatively coupled to a device of the user, may verify if the body activity data satisfies one or more conditions set by the cryptocurrency system. Closer look at this Google patents on this patent number. We can see the inventors over here. It was filed for in 2018 and approved in March of 2019. This was filed for and owned by the Microsoft Technology Licensing Company, as you see down here. So that's where they say Bill Gates comes in, because he is the Microsoft founder. I highly recommend that you all look a little deeper into this if you are fascinated by how it works and the exact precise information on the patent itself. And looking at the pictures and how it links to the human body is pretty insane. So again, I'll leave that down below, or you could search for the patent number under W02020060606A1. So check this out. In Kenya, the digital ID system was ruled to be illegal, as people in Kenya did not want their information to be tracked or traced in any way whatsoever. And of course, the WEF struck back like they do against Kenya in this particular article that's right on their website. As you see up above here, the World Economic Forum has an article that says why a ruling on digital ID by Kenya's High Court has global implications for online privacy. This is what they're putting out because they are mad at Kenya for debunking and making the chip illegal. Digital ID systems can improve inclusive financial participation and access to government initiatives and services. See, interesting how, like I said, they make everything look good. I'll leave the link to this article down below.
Earlier, which is around 2030, I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we know it today will not anymore be the usual, kind of the most common interface.
Wow.
Many of these things will be built directly into our
Did I
bodies.
happen to mention ID 2020? That's right, ID 2020. Supposedly, as you see on Wikipedia, a non-governmental organization. But when you go down here to the history, it tells us that in May 2016, United Nations headquarters in New York, the inaugural ID 2020 summit brought together over 400 people to discuss how to provide digital identity to all, a defined sustainable development goal, including to 1.5 billion people living without any form of recognized identification. Experts in the blockchain and other cryptocurrency technologies joined. Of course they did. This goes back to the patent number 060606. You can visit their website at id2020.org, and this is a view of their website, the Good Health Pass. And look, it shows almost a fingerprint, but it's of a person, and it is your human fingerprint. Join the Good Health Pass Collaborative. Really. So again, they're going to make it look good, especially for the older people when it comes to your health. For 1 in 7 people globally who lacks the means to prove their identity. Why do people have to prove their identity all the time? Some people like to live and be able to not have to do so. Digital ID offers access to vital social services and enables them to exercise their rights as citizens and voters. And voters, really, to participate in the modern economy. The modern economy? You mean like their new NWO world order? Or what else do they have planned? But this pretty much shows it very, very clearly. You can visit the website again at id2020.org.
So here's the deal. Amazon is reportedly testing body scan payment technology. This kind of creeps me out a little bit. According to the New York Post, the e-commerce giant is trying out the system called Orvo, which uses biometric technology. The way it works, as it stands, is Amazon Prime users would scan their hand to ring up a purchase instead of a card. The goal is to roll it out at Whole Foods by the beginning of next year. Dina?
Okay, I have so many concerns because that means then your fingerprints are out there.
Yep, not just your finger. And I mean, like, what if you just wave and now you have a whole roll of cereal, you know, that you just bought?
Why not just put microchips in our arms and we just bump up next to anything?
That's what we bought.
Why not just put microchips in our arms and we just bump up next to anything?
That's where we're headed. That is the thing. I'm with you, Dina, because, like, as soon as you're like, oh, it's okay to, like, use my hand, and then next we got a chip in our arm. Yeah. And then next we got a chip in our arm. Yeah. And then next we got a chip in our arm.
Yeah, I know they're already doing that for some cars. So.
So basically the elite, like Klaus Schwab and all the rest of them, get to drive their private airplanes, their helicopters, while China's factories continue to pollute and put carbon emissions into the air. And they want to tag you like you're a piece of meat and trace everything you do, while they get to do whatever the heck they want. Folks, that is the mark of the beast. I can't say it enough. That is complete enslavement. It's almost like having a house arrest bracelet around your ankle. But except that house arrest bracelet monitors absolutely everything you do. What you eat, what you drink, what you buy, and what they allow you to buy and what they don't allow you to buy, depending whether or not you have been a good boy and good girl under their terms of their carbon emission tracker. My friends, I have absolutely no doubt that the light will win at the end, and always keep that in mind when I'm presenting this information to you. Because when it comes to prediction and prophecies, it's not all love, hugs, and kisses. Sadly, there needs to be complete darkness before light shines ever so brightly, as that's what the prophecies speak about. And I have no doubt that once this digital ID social credit score system's placed in place in other countries in Europe and globally, that citizens will start to fight back. And then other countries like the United States will resist completely. And United States of America needs to be the resistance, as do each and every one of you, to resist this mark of the beast and simply say no.
The Smart Mark. Throw your other devices away, because the Smart Mark is more than just a phone. It's part of you.
There you have it, my beautiful friends. My piece on the mark of the beast. Something we all should be extremely concerned about at this point in time and resist when it comes. We know that they're going to tell you everything possible to make you think that this is a good idea, that it'll help you with opening up your doors and your locks so you never get locked out again, so you never have to carry a wallet or a credit card ever again. All you have to do is scan that mark of the beast. This is a plan, and that plan again is going to make it look like it's good and beneficial for you. We must resist this, because the mark of the beast is the devil's plan for humanity to completely enslave all. I think that our freedoms have been stripped enough, don't you? And we're going to give up our hand or our forehead for their mark of the beast, as they're already doing in Sweden, like I showed you. They're already predictively programming your children in cartoons to make this easily acceptable and cool. It's cool. Let's everybody have a party and get chipped. Or let's not and say we did. I love each and every one of you, and thank you for making it to this point of my video. For being a part of our tribe, hitting that subscribe. Don't forget to give a like and let those algorithms know that you like this content and like my channel, so that you have a better chance of seeing my stuff pop up. And don't forget to check in with your subscribe, the bell all, and your notifications on your cellular devices as well. Spiritman J.T. signing off, wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to celebrate life, celebrate you. Be kind to others as you wish others to be kind to you, because as we all know, mean people suck. Have a beautiful day, my friends. Namaste.